280 2204. The easy
the Kerber pill, isn't it?
Sorry?
Kerber pill.
Kerber, absolutely, especially if you're selling your house. Stick them on and then take them with you. Right. OK, then. Just one other product. We said right at the beginning of our 2-hour show, which we're actually nearly an hour and a half through already, blimey, that we wanted to cover all aspects of gardening. We've covered watering, we've covered hanging baskets, planting, and using the technology of plants to get great results for fruit and veg, that sort of thing. But what about maintaining your garden?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things we have to do to maintain a garden. On the screens at the moment is the Handy Cordless Garden Sprayer. Now, whether you're spraying water, whether you're spraying feed, whether it be weed killer, whatever it may be, there's always something you're going to need to make that job easier. £29.99. I can't believe the cost of this. Is incredible value.
This is what I call snazzy. This is a really, really snazzy little item. I absolutely love it. You've got an 11-litre capacity in there, so that could be feed, that could be water, that could be weed killer. You know, the choice is yours. If you're going to use it for weed killer, I would probably say, you know, at this price, buy one for weed killer and keep that separate.
Right, yeah,
But the other one, you know, you could use for a combination of watering and fertiliser. Or, for instance, if you've got a large area of roses and, you know, you might have some older varieties of roses, or you might have some plants that you need to put insecticide on. Again, you could use this as a sprayer for insecticide purposes. It's rechargeable. You're going to get 25 minutes use out of this. There's a rechargeable battery that takes between 3 and 4 hours to charge up. But it's really great. It's got these really tough wheels. If I just lift this up, it's got these great tough wheels on the side there.
So if you've got a large, you don't even have to have a large garden, but if you're out there moving around, you've got lots of hanging baskets, borders, you know, lots of, and you're out there quite a while doing this sort of thing.
And you've got the little lance on the side, so you can just bring this up. You can adjust the knob on the end as well. You've got the extender, almost like one of the old telephone cords.
Yeah,
years ago.
Exactly.
Kind of,
I've got one. I've still got one at home.
Back in those days...
It's retro, not because I've had it... Anyway.
Back in the days when telephones had sort of telephone cords, but you've got this telescopic cord, and you can adjust the sprayer on the end to have, you know, different intensities of spray. Also, if you want, there's the actual lance option as well. So, for example, this can be sort of attached as well onto here. So, if you need to reach up into a hanging basket, or, you know, if you want to do some spraying or foliar feeding somewhere high up, again, you can use it for that.
The thing with this extension, though, because people see the extension going high, but if you've got maybe your grow bags from earlier on and you don't want to bend down, if you don't mind me, I've got a bit of a back thing going on, you can actually use it to reach down as well as up, you see. So there's two reasons. And it's always full. So everyone to go and do your watering, this is a great item. Make sure it's full as your feed and your water. Grab this and off you go. And I think there's something really therapeutic at the end of the day or early in the morning, one of my other things, before the family get up. I'm an early morning wanderer around the garden with my cup of tea, you know, and you go out there. That's the time to do it. It's almost a therapeutic thing to do.
And that's such a lovely quiet time of the day as well, and you get the sort of the dawn chorus, and you kind of feel the world is yours, don't you, that time of day? Like, it's all to yourself.
You're the only person alive.
Absolutely. But again, you know, while I was talking to you, Dean, there, I've just very, very simply changed over and put this lance on there now. So, again, you know, if you needed to reach up quite high, that is going to easily reach right up, you know, into your basket.
But the thing is, there's none of this.
No. Exactly, because
pumping, you know, the pump.
There's a really, really strong battery in this. That's going to do that for you. That's going to get that pumping motion going. So, yeah, because it can be a bit annoying sometimes with those ones where you're sort of spraying with one hand and pumping with the other.
It's like rubbing your tummy and patting your head. So you're trying to do two things at the same time. Here you go. We've got the Handy Cordless Garden Sprayer. It's been designed with a battery, 191390. We have said before, putting in your feed and that sort of thing, not a problem at all. When it comes to putting it together, when you get it home, there's only a couple of components to put together anyway, aren't there?
Absolutely dead simple to put together. And one thing that struck me as well, for instance, if you've got a large area of paving or gravel, this would be ideal to put your weed killer in for your paving or gravel. For instance, this little lance I've got in my hand, this is really, really great for going down the sort of the middle bits of the paving, you know, where the weeds come up. You can very, very accurately just spray down the middle of the paving there and take those weeds out without kind of spraying it all over the place and wasting it.
And if I put weed killer, I'd get a permanent marker and write weed killer on that as well. So
and just
to make it your weed. If you've got a weed problem, you've got a big driveway, patio, that sort of thing, and it is a problem, this is a great investment at £29.99 just to keep it full of weed killer.
Keep that specifically for weed killer. And, you know, if you wanted to use it for, you know, if you're insecticide or for your foliar feeding or watering, then I would buy a separate one for that. Because with the best well in the world, even if you rinse out, you know, something that's had weed killer in, there may be a chance there's a residual bit left. Yeah, so always... You know, that's great advice for anything in the garden, whether it's a watering can or a sprayer or whatever. Always keep your weed killer one completely separate from anything else.
Yeah.
But, you know, so you could use it for weed killing. Now, foliar feeding is really, really important as well. Things like runner beans, for example, to get sort of the flower to set on those or to get really, really healthy growth on those, you could mix up your liquid tomato feed. And again, you could just go over those, give them a nice foliar feed that will feed them through the leaves and really, really sort of give them that little bit of vigour as well.
It's all battery operated as well, so nothing for you to do. That's why I like to bring in different items, unique items, innovative items to make life just a little bit easier.
And that handle is such a really great... I mean, you've got a bad back at the moment, so...
I can lean on it. It'd be like a little thing to get round
it's
the
like
garden.
a walking aid for you.
Don't, it's not that bad. Don't take the mickey, you lot. It's an injury, it's an injury. I'm all right. But the